In this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys the step-by-step, literally the step-by-step strategy that I use in order to generate $100,000 plus a month consistently with fashion dropshipping using a volume-based product research method. And it's really gonna be so simple. You're gonna be so mind blown. And this is literally the exact strategy that me and my mentor use to consistently generate 100 to 150K a month consistently. Actually, I did 150K last month, whereas my mentor actually did $3.8 million in sales last year. So this strategy has been pretty much I brought in all the sales for us. Yeah, I'm super excited to share with you guys. And if you are new to my YouTube channel, my name is Gary Lim, and yeah, just hit the like and subscribe. I don't really want to share too much, but yeah. Anyway, also guys, I created a free Discord community. If you want to learn more about how we manage to do 100K months consistently with a fashion drop shipping, the link is gonna be down in the description box below and in the comment section box below. But anyway, I just want to get right into the video for you guys. All right. So the product research method, there are mainly like a few things that I wanna talk about today. Number one, which is finding untapped versus validated winners, and the two different kind of products that you should be researching for when you're doing your winning products. Really simple. Number two, using Facebook ad library in order to find winning products. Literally, like this is how I find almost most of my winning products that I sell with fashion. Number three, creating a competitor list so you can consistently find validated winning products. And number four, using AliExpress and Temu to find similar products that you have sold before in the past and using it to find untapped winners as well. So validated winners, and what are these? Validated winners are basically products that people have already sold successfully. And what they're doing is you're literally just like copying what other people are doing. There's a really famous quote by, I believe, Picasso, which is what was that, like something like good artist copy, a great artist steal, like something along the lines. But this really resonates with dropshipping, because in order to make like say like 100 to 200K a month in sales doing dropshipping, you really don't need to come up with a crazy idea. People think that you need to come up with like a unique product, like a crazy marketing angle. You need to make your store look like this amazing, branded, luxurious, minimalistic store that your customer haven't seen before. I mean, dude, it's all like a fugazi, man. You don't really need all of that. Sure, those methods work, but that's not the core principle of what actually make your product sell. The core principle is just something that people want, something that's really in demand, especially in fashion, where your marketing really isn't that important. It's more so like the image and the perceived value of the product you're selling. So yeah, anyway, these are products that your competitors are already selling. Literally, you can just rip from them and you can run the same thing, and you can you can sell those. Your hit rate typically is gonna be so much higher in general when you are finding products that are already validated. So yeah, I really want to reiterate this, because people tend to think that in order to make dropshipping work, you need to find something so unique, so untapped. The reality is like almost every single, also yeah, almost like 80% of the winning products that I find, they are products that literally almost everyone is selling. You can go on like Facebook ad library, almost everyone is selling it. But I guess because we're selling in different markets, maybe there's like less competition there in the country that I'm selling in, as opposed to the other, for example, like bigger European countries, lesser competition. But these are products that are validated to be proven in like different markets. You can just take the same products and you can like stack a bunch of those, and you can get a 10K a day. And that's actually how I hit 10K days, by finding like a bunch of validated winning products. And the thing about these winning products is a lot of times also they don't really last super long. Maybe they will last a few weeks, and they also don't really scale that high. But the thing is, with our current strategy, we focus on stacking a lot of those. Like literally, I'm saying like 10 validated winners. So maybe each of them are running at like $200 or $300 per day, very very kind of like low sales. But if you stack them up all together, you can be hitting like 5K a day, 7K a day, and that's how we kind of like keep the numbers pretty consistently month after month. And also they are really easy to find, like in general, with our Facebook ad setup and everything, which I also go into in the future videos. For this video, is more only gonna be like understanding product research and what actually works. So I'm gonna move on to the next slide. The second kind of like winning products are what I call untapped winning products. These are products that you probably know of, products that people don't products that people are not selling that much. So you're kind of be like, maybe there's only like a few people actively selling the product in the market that you're selling in, Probably more than a few. Probably, no matter how untapped your product is, probably someone is already selling it. But just in general, there's gonna be like a much lesser competition for those products. But the downside of this kind of products is the hit rate is gonna be really low. It's gonna be much harder to make something like that work. Like I found, for example, when I'm like scrolling on AliExpress or Temu, which we'll get into later on, you're gonna find a lot of novel ideas. Products that are like products that probably not many people are selling on Facebook. But I think with like many of those products is you yeah, it's gonna be you need some basically need some luck in order to make it work, because the hit rate is gonna be like, say, like much lower. So for example, if you test 100 products that are untapped, maybe two or three may work. But if you test like 100 validated products that your competitors are already selling, maybe 15 or 20 will work. I mean, I'm just like making these numbers off from the top of my head, but to give you guys kind of like a gauge of like what we are working with, that's just kind of like what I noticed in my experience. Okay. So for this strategy, finding untapped winners, to be honest, I would say it's better for people who already have experience in a game. Because the thing is, if you're like a new, like you're a beginner, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are, you don't really know what's working right now, so you just want to find things that people have already proven to work, make a couple thousand here and there, and then reinvest the money to maybe find more products that are similar to your products that you have sold before in the past, and maybe products that are also not in very high, yeah, not in super high competition. All right. Yeah, but a really good upside with these kind of products is when you find something that, say, no one is really selling. Yeah, you're gonna have the first mover advantage, and you can really scale really, really big. And in the past, personally, I've sold products on Facebook. One of the most notable products I've sold, which is not in fashion, which was like a V-shaped sleeping mask, we managed to scale that product up to over 1 million in sales, and that was like one of the, I believe I was one of the first guys that started drop shipping that idea back in 2019, and we just were really able to crush it because of that. So in my personal experience, I would say like I had most of my success definitely with unvalidated winners. I would say like 80 to 90% of the winning products I found, they are just like validated winners. And sometimes, here and there I'll find like some unsaturated products. But most of the time, yeah, like the bulk of revenue comes from selling products that people are already selling. And I know this may come as a shocker to some of you guys, because you're like, oh shit, so I don't need to find something new. Um yeah, you just have to sell like, yeah, you just have to follow like the trend and see like what people are selling in. You may not like scale to like crazy numbers on one product, but you can stack up like a bunch of them, and you can still do like decent numbers, like 4 to 5K a day, pretty consistently with this strategy. Okay. And sometimes, I also find products that look like my current winning products, and that are, that is not really, I would say. So I'll find like look-alike products, which is another product research method that we probably will not go into detail today. But anyway, um similar to like the AliExpress Temu method, you find something that works, and then you find a product that kind of looks like what you have been selling, and then you sell those products. And the thing is, with this kind of products, a lot of times also the competition is not going to be that high, because you're finding it off AliExpress and Temu. Maybe not a lot of people are doing product research there. So that's actually how I also found my first fashion winner that helped me to hit like $30,000 a day. Firstly, I kind of, not $30,000 a day, sorry. I wish it was more like $30,000 a month, when I in back in 2000, back in last year March, when I kind of like first got into fashion drop shipping. So I did some product research with the Facebook ad library method, which I'm gonna get into in a moment. And I found a few products that kind of like did decent. They were selling, but it wasn't really anything crazy. Then I managed to use those products and find similar products of it through AliExpress and Temu, and I managed to hit 30K a month through that one winning product, which I was really happy at the point of time, because that was kind of like a breakthrough for me. Back then I wasn't doing 100K months. I was doing like maybe 10K months, 20K months, and the net profit was really low. So when I hit my first 30K month, I was like, oh shit, this is a breakthrough that is working. And of course, right now, we are doing 100K months. So in retrospect right now, I mean, those numbers are not very impressive, but back then I was really happy to hit those numbers. So yeah. Okay, so right now I'm gonna share with you guys a little bit about like finding. I'm using Facebook Ad Library to find winning products. Okay, and I'm also gonna walk you through like how you can do it yourself. So when it comes to using Facebook Ad Library, this is probably like the most reliable method to find winning products, which most of the time validated winning products. And the goal is really to compile a list of competitors to find validated winners consistently. And you want to download uh Chrome extension tool called the Ad Library Cloud. It's really simple. Just go and Google it. And you are gonna be using this method only in stores within the European Union. Because the thing with EU stores, right, they have this transparency law in the EU where they are required to share the amount of reach their ads have gotten. So through this data, softwares like Ad Library Cloud is able to translate those ad impressions into translated ad spend based off the CPMs in their country. So you're gonna have like a pretty reasonably accurate, I would say, data using the Ad Library Cloud extension, which you'll see in a second. And also you want to use simple search terms like dress, sale, fashion in the local language to find dropshipping stores within these countries. And then you just compile like a list, compile like a bunch of those in multiple countries to build up like your competitor list. And this way you can just keep doing product research through the competitor list that you already built up. So you're just basically like copying whatever your competitors are selling successfully. Very, very simple. So I'm going to show you right now how you do it. So right now this is like example Google Sheet that I've made, and this is how I do things on my own. Okay, first off, you go to Ad Library Cloud. Use a search term for like, for example, in Germany, Kleid means dress. And like I explained earlier, you only want to be doing this in European countries. Germany, for example, Italy, France, Denmark. I really recommend like the bigger European countries because you're gonna have a lot more competitors there. You can find like way more products to sell. So right now, search Germany, Clyde, and you're gonna want to filter it down to images, because if you don't filter it down, you're gonna get a bunch of videos, and this really just speeds up the research process. So for example, right, as I'm scrolling through, I already see one store that I can basically add into the list, which is this elegance fabric. What I like to do is just open link in new tab, open a few, then we have second one, Vogo mode. And how do I know these competitors or like drop shipping stores? Because um once you kind of have like done this for a while, you'll be able to spot which are drop shipping stores. Like for example, this is a drop shipping store. These are like AI drop shipping products, so I know that this is also a drop shipping store. This one is a drop shipping store as well. This one are not. This one they are not really fashion. Um, yeah, this could be a drop shipping. Yeah, this is definitely a drop shipping store. So maybe we might wanna like open it up. Once you have a few tabs open, you can just open a new tab and search for, say for example, um, let's see, sorry, elegance fabric. Yeah, so you can see right, they have like a bunch of different ads that they are running, and through the Ad Library Cloud Chrome extension, you can see how much they have spent on the ad, which is not 100% accurate, but I would say it's reasonably accurate, and that is good enough for you to start doing a product research. Um, yeah, so the first thing I would love to do is just basically add this into my product research list. That's the most important thing, because what you want to do is really you want to build up your competitor list, and you want to be able to consistently find different products to sell every single day. And then once you kind of like look through this website and added them to the list, the next thing that you want to do is obviously you want to see if there's any outliers in spend. Um, for me, right, in general, like what I like to do is basically, for example, like this particular ad, they spent $364 over the past, I believe, 10 days or so, 9 days, sorry. So I know that, okay, you know what? Obviously, we know out of all the products they are selling right now, this is the one product that is doing the best for them, right? So there you go. You can just basically take this product and sell it. Um, yeah, that's literally all we do. And then this is like the second product that they are selling well, right? So I mean, it spends like 179. most of their advertisement they only spend like like 0 80 $90. So you're just basically looking at whatever products are the out whatever whichever product has the outlier in its ad spend in the most recent days, and those are the products that you want to really be focused on. So yeah, and you can also like basically compile them in like different countries. That's like definitely yeah, that's like definitely recommended. That's what I do, to build up my list of competitors up to. Right now we have like about 200 stores that we are following, so every single day, I just need to like look through these different stores, see if there's any products that have launched recently which have outliers in advertising spend, and just test the same products that they are selling, because I know that those products are have been proven to work for them, and then we just arbitrage the same product, selling it in a different country where maybe competition is lower or something. So yeah, that's like how we do things most of the time. Second method, which is using AliExpress and Temu, which is just finding untapped winning products. For this strategy, you're really just browsing through and seeing what catches your eye, and I really recommend this if you really have an experience and develop an eye for what's likely to work. And also, ideally, right, if you have sold a few winning products, for example, you sold like a few dresses, you know that this unique kind of, for example, like bohemian dresses are likely to work based off your ad account data. Then when you go on AliExpress and Temu, it's just gonna be so much easier. I'm gonna show you an example. So let's say right now we are on Temu, um, like under the clearance deal. And trust me, guys, like all of these products, right, they all can be drop shipped. Maybe you wouldn't want to drop ship a luggage like that because it's expensive and shipping is gonna be heavy. But in general, you see, like for example, this dress is really nice. Um, actually, I've sold similar products like this. So if I am doing product research on Temu right now, to be honest, this is really something interesting. I may actually even test it. Just because I've sold things similar like that. So this is like what I mean, guys. Do you kind of see it? Like for me, for example, because I have so much experience selling fashion over the past 6 months, doing 100K months consistently for the past 5 months, you just kind of like know what's likely to work based off the images in the in the product, because fashion is really all about the images, right? So yeah, literally just scroll through and see, like for example, this one is actually a Facebook so-called validated winner, because other people are selling this product. But sometimes you'll find the same product that other people are selling on Temu as well. So you can yeah, it kind of like works both ways. But a lot of times also you're gonna find like very novel ideas on Temu, like things that people are not really selling. So yeah. And I guess that's it for this video. Okay. If you wanna learn more about drop shipping, using this particular fashion method that have helped me generate 100K months consistently over the past 5 months, and also have helped my mentor generate $3.8 million in sales. We're actually working on a course right now, and it's gonna be within a school community where we're gonna just be providing a ton of value, doing weekly live Q&A calls, answering a bunch of questions, and literally giving you guys the same exact playbook. But yeah, the course is gonna be paid, of course. It's gonna be released somewhere in like February. But if you want to join like my free Discord community where I'm still answering questions, where me and my mentor, we're still helping everyone out inside, sharing a lot of source, click on the link down below. I don't know where it's gonna be. So maybe probably in the comment section or in the description box below. And if you're new to my YouTube channel, I would appreciate if you could subscribe to my channel. Also leave a like on this video if you gain some knowledge from it, right? Just please guys, support the work, guys. So yeah, see you in the next one.